Yo, what up, y'all? Your boy Brick Street Sprite in the building, man. Like, subscribe, comment. Brick Street Hooligans, Brick Street Media, Hooli Vision. Got my boy Meth back in the background again. FAD3, man. FAD3. Can I please start by saying this shit was way too fucking long? I had I only had a certain amount of time to watch this shit. I had my daughter. Y'all said it was going to start at 3. My daughter was napping. I would have been good to watch most of the battles. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had me sit there for 2 fucking hours until that shit started. And then there was like, okay, man. Can I just say, I fucking hate crowds, man. I hate big crowds involved in battle rap. I hate it. Especially after being spoiled by this quarantine era. Where the transitions are so smooth from battle to battle. You don't have to wait for the crowd to shut the fuck up to hear people rap. People can't rap between rounds and battlers. You gotta listen. There's 10, 15, 20 minutes of fucking downtime trying to get the crowd to shut the fuck up. This was just a fucking horrible, rude reminder of really how shitty the big fucking crowds are. They either love everything or they fucking hate everything. They boo shit. They were booing motherfuckers for no fucking reason last night. They started booing Amin and Snake Eyes for basically nothing at the beginning of their rounds type shit. And Bad News stole a line last night from Daylight that Geechee stole from Daylight. He stole it from Geechee and Geechee stole it from Daylight. That Cobra shit, Serpent shit, stole it. Bad News. Don't act like you didn't know that. Everybody uses those lines against Snake Eyes. You lose that round for that. Right there. I gave that round to Snake Eyes, bro. That's lazy writing. You know what I'm saying? But he still lost 2-1. You know what I mean? I think that was the second round. But either way, the crowd was fucking horrible. And this shit took so long, bro. We just been spoiled by the quarantine era. Like, I feel bad for what COVID has done to families and people in general. That's horrible. But it's been great for battle rap. No cap. It's been great for battle rap. It's been great. Because you can really hear the shit. Transitions run smoothly. The crowd's not interrupting. Yeah, man, we all love the haymaker moments where the room shakes. But for every room shaking fucking moment, there's a billion fucking boos and crowds that don't shut the fuck up and horrible crowds. That seemed like a Smack crowd last night. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there do be differences in leagues crowds. Like, RBE has better crowds, bruh, than Smack. Smack crowds fucking suck. Their big Smack crowds are fucking horrible most of the time. Horrible. They're just so temperamental. Like, let motherfuckers rap. It shouldn't take 30. Battles should not take an hour, bro. A 3-round battle should not take a fucking hour. They couldn't get the sound right. Avocado was like fucking up. Wasn't he doing the shit last night? Like, maybe it wasn't him. It's just sometimes the building's acoustics just sucks. You know what I mean? Like, straight up. But either way, man, that was painful. And now we all used to having everything run so smoothly in the quarantine era. Go from battle to battle, no time in between. You know what I mean? No crowds interrupting. No gas, no heavy booze. Like, and now that's all back in one night. And it was an overload of shit that I hated about big crowds. It was just an overload of reminders why small rooms are so much better for battle rap, to me. Period. Like, I understand the big crowds. I understand why it gotta be that way and why it has to exist because of the money involved. And at the end of the day, everything's about money. I get it. But it takes away from the product. It takes away from the quality of the product. Straight up. The quality of the product has been way fucking better in the quarantine era, man. Thus far. Way better. Like, I'm not even hyped. Like, I'm hyped for the battle on the 3rd, but I am so not fucking hyped or excited about how that crowd is going to react. But with that said, it's RBE, so they should have a much better crowd. Those RBE crowds don't be booing. They don't. They just love to have a good time and love hip-hop music. It's going to be dope. It should be. But anyway, with that, I just had to get that. My bad for the rant, y'all. I had to get that out. That event was supposed to start at 3 and didn't end till fucking 11 o'clock. You know what I mean? I missed a couple battles, you know what I mean? Or well, I watched some of all of them, but I couldn't watch all of every battle because I had my daughter, and it was so long, I couldn't just take out 11 fucking hours to sit there and watch that whole event all the way through. I got shit to do, man. Come on, yo. And the Michigan game was on. Go Blue, baby. Michigan won in the first round yesterday against Texas Southern Christian or something. But either way, man, this was just painful watching that whole event, man. Let me see the battles. I saw everything of. I saw the entire battle of. I saw the entire Riggs Flacco battle. Saw the entire John the Don Ace Amin battle, and I saw the entire Snake Eyes and Bad News battle. The other two I only saw parts, bits and pieces. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, I don't really remember much. I remember a few bars, like the one Bad News stole, you know what I mean? But, I remember some of John shit, though. I do remember, okay, man. As far as the Flacco Riggs battle, that was not the best Riggs I've seen. I personally actually had Flacco winning that battle. Flacco was saying way more. Riggs wasn't saying shit, and the crowd was just gassing him. They were not gassing Flacco at all. They like hated him, you know what I'm saying? For whatever reason. I wanted him to win, but he had bars. Just listen on the repeat, on the run back, listen to that battle and tell me who you really think won. You know what I'm saying? Riggs was not really saying shit. It was light as fuck to me personally. You know what I'm saying? Well, a lot of it was anyway. That was a lot closer. People in the chat was like, Riggs nah, yo. Flacco just wasn't getting no reaction. But he was saying a lot more shit to me. You know what I'm saying? Like more fire and creative shit. He got bars. He just don't battle rap as much as he should. You know what I mean? Flacco has it, but he just needs something else. I feel like he needs to like hone his abilities and sharpen his shit. You know what I mean? A little bit more. But I thought really he edged that battle, man. I also thought either way, that was a close back and forth, but not the most fire battle. It was a pretty ass battle, actually. You know what I'm saying? All these battles was pretty ass. The event was trash, really. If you really want my honest opinion, I'll give this event like a D. You know what I mean? D plus, maybe a C. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the battles I saw weren't that entertaining. A lot of it was the crowd taking away from it, too. That was just all the above. All of those variables put into one equation made it a shitty fucking event to me. And having to wait for 2 hours before it started. Just all the issues, man. But anyway, I have Flacco 2-1 in that battle. All right. Snake Eyes, Bad News. I had Bad News winning the first round, losing the second, and winning the third. Snake Eyes, though, was getting booed and getting heckled by the crowd for, like, no fucking reason at first. You know what I mean? Like, they tried to take him out of his space and element. So was Ace Amin for no reason. Like, that's what I hate about the big crowds. They just boo for nothing. You know what I mean? If they're not giving them like haymaker after haymaker, room shaker, they get like, listen, he's saying some shit. It's just not simple, easily digestible shit. That's the thing about big crowds is now everybody has to adjust again to saying you at least, even if you're going to say some fly shit or some intricate shit, you have to fit in some simple, easily digestible shit for the fucking majority of the crowd to get it. You know what I mean? So that you can have a few room shakers in your round. You're going to have to dumb it down a little bit from the COVID era. Because this COVID quarantine era, you don't have to dumb it down because people can listen and are listening. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take some adjustment for some of these dudes, man. The people that aren't used to it. You know what I mean? I just hope it, like, yeah, man. But either way, man, I had bad news winning that first and the third 2-1. But we just gonna move on to Ace Amin, John the Don, man. Now, I thought that John started the battle well. You know what I'm saying? But the first round was a beatable first round. It was fire. And also, he brought up that easy shit. He said something about me beating up a woman. That's an easy flip. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So, that's an easy line, or whatever the fuck he said. That's an easy flip. That's an easy line. Talking about Easy to Block Captain. You know what I mean? Referencing Easy to Block Captain, people using that on him. You know what I'm saying? The woman beater shit. So he called that and predicted it, and then Ace Amin ended up using it in his third, that angle that John predicted in the first, which that's great counter writing. You know what I'm saying? Great counter writing, playing defense. And that took a lot away from Ace Amin's third and anything that it might have had, any amount of impact that it may have had. John stole all the air out of that motherfucker, out of its sails with the counter writing in the first round. I thought the second and third round were clear. John the Don. I thought he won. I thought Ace Amin could have won that first round, but he didn't. He did well for himself. He did well, man. He did great. I thought he beat that angle up in the first round about that one incident too much. I thought we've been hearing about that incident for months, bro. For months. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't need to write an entire round about it. Yeah, okay, address it. Address it for part of your round, half of your, but not the whole round. It felt like you were beating a dead horse at a point. You know what I'm saying? And we already knew a lot about this. It's an angle you can use, but not for a whole round because it's already been beat like a fucking dead horse in the media. You know what I'm saying? In between y'all arguing and shit. I knew it'd get brought up in the battle, but I thought that he OD'd on that angle. You know what I'm saying? In the first. I thought that and his angle in the third lost him the battle. With the angles and the material that he could have had, he could have beat John. You know what I'm saying? He could have beat him if he would have constructed his shit right. But he didn't. That goes back to the fact that he's not experienced enough. He didn't know how to use them that well. He didn't know how to write them in an impactful enough way to get John the fuck out of there. And I don't think that, not saying that he can't become that, because he can, because he showed that he's got the ability last night. But I thought that John clearly showed that there's levels between the two and separation in just about every attribute, as far as writing, performing, everything. Even the one thing that Ace Amin can match John on kind of is the delivery. Ace Amin has a dope delivery, I think. You know what I'm saying? And has a very clear, rapid delivery. Like he can slow it down, double time. He's very talented, you know what I'm saying, as far as his delivery and his projection, you know what I mean? But in every other aspect, John just showed that there was levels and separation between the two. In the writing, just way more intricacies in John's writing, man. Way more entendre, the shit that I be looking for. The actual, the entendres, the similes, the metaphors, all of that. John just does that shit so fucking well. You know what I mean? He uses angles well. I thought that Ace Amin did okay with the angles that he had, but the angles he had against John, he could have gotten them the fuck out of there if it would have been Mook or T-Top or somebody that can really construct angles, you know what I mean, and use them like that. I thought, but I just had John winning 3-0, gentleman's 30, not a blowout. Ace Amin did his thing. He showed out. It was a dope battle, a dope back and forth. It didn't make up for the whole fucking card being shitty, but it was a fire fucking battle nonetheless. I liked the back and forth, but John showed levels and won that bitch 3-0 in a gentleman's 30. Stop tripping, but I'm not mad at anybody calling it 2-1 or giving Ace Amin a round. Ace Amin, if you give Ace Amin a round, he damn near wins the battle. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just... because you were supposed to get blew out, you know what I'm saying? So it's really a win for Ace Amin either way, because he got through all of his material, finished his rounds, for the most part. He kind of cut that third a little early, but I don't think he choked. You know what I mean? And John did not choke in that first round. He didn't stumble or fuck up none of his lines. He wasn't sitting there thinking for a while. Nah. His explanation made sense when he said, I ran it back because nobody could fucking hear me in the building. I thought that I needed to run it back to a certain point because I thought they missed most of that. I get it. I completely get it. I understand it. He didn't stumble. He didn't give me anything that made me think he choked. You know what I mean? No stumbling, no sitting there thinking, looking up in the air, mumbling to himself, trying to figure it out. Where am I at? Nah, yo. Nah. John 3-0 at a gentleman's 30. Flacco beat Riggs. I saw most of the PC and Clone battle. I wasn't impressed by either of them. I thought Clone was talking mad shit like he was that dude. Like, yeah, you might have gentleman 30'd him. I had him up 2-0, but barely edging the rounds, and he was saying mad simple shit. He must have tried to dumb it way the fuck down for the big crowd. You know what I'm saying? And thinking that he needed to make it real digestible. Also, I did like a bar that Snake Eyes said, I think in the second round, or maybe his first, but it was about Ben Swayze. He actually fit. I done seen so-called real people bend, and that ain't Swayze. Bend, and that ain't Swayze. He talking about somebody ratting, you know what I mean? Somebody bending or folding under pressure. I done seen real so-called real dudes bend, and that ain't Swayze. Bend, and that ain't Swayze. I thought that was kind of dope, how that just surfaced like a few days ago, and he fit that into his rounds. That just shows you that he can prep on short notice, you know what I mean? And he's a pretty good writer. He has good memorization, too. If you can just take something from just a couple of days ago and fit it in your round. I know there's a lot of guys that can do that, but I've always thought it's impressive to have the confidence to do that, you know what I'm saying? But I just thought that was dope how he fit in the Ben Swayze bar. You know that wasn't prepared for. He just fit that bitch in there. Straight up. But either way, let me know what y'all thought about the fucking event. I thought it was not worth. Just the big crowd fucked it up, man. The big crowd fucked it up because we've been so spoiled with the COVID era and just the transition of everything moving so smoothly. Let me know what y'all think, man. I'm doing a bar breakdown right now on that Daylight disc to Loaded Lux, man. So from a couple years ago, I had that out probably either by the end of the day or in the morning. I'm done with the old red joint. I just need to drop it. We're just waiting for the right moment. But either way, man, both of those will be out in the next day or so. So stay tuned. Like, subscribe, comment. Brick Street Hooligans, Brick Street Media, Hooli Vision, man. And I'm out of here. 100. Oh, wait. What am I going to do? Never mind. We'll do that in the next blog, man. I'll show y'all some of the fucking shit I'm smoking on and shit. Holla at your boy, man. I'm out of here. 100.